Hey everyone, got to give you an update. The tide is definitely turning in terms of atmosphere and orders inside of Carswell, and from what I understand, Seagoville. But again, I'm always going to try to pass you direct information, not rumors. I don't have anybody inside Seagoville. That's the male prison. Carswell, the women's administrative unit, right? Where Kara's being held, where all of the other women we've been monitoring are being held. And there's some transmasc people there as well, obviously for their safety. You don't put a vagina in a man's prison. But the last couple days, things have been really upticking in terms of directives they've been given. Not just rumors, which they're always happening with rumors. There are actual directives, and they're starting with personal effects. So, transmasc people who have chest binders, boxers, etc., they have been ordered to surrender those garments. Trans femmes have been told, and this has been direct information, firsthand information that I'm giving you, have been told by guards and other people, hey, we're coming in here, we're taking women's garments from you, dresses, bras, etc. Obviously, there's been tons of resistance. There's been people saying, no, I'm not giving this up. This is wrong. The court order, remember, there's a court order right now. There is an injunction against any changes to their standards in housing or medical care. So it's been going back to the warden. The warden has said, oh, no, that's not what's supposed to be happening. They're only if you have garments in excess of the issued amount, which is a thing in prison. You can only have so much stuff. You can only have so much paper, so much whatever. And they said, no, it's just supposed to be excess garments. And yet the directive's coming down and the notice is posted in writing. This is in writing on the bulletin boards, electronic bulletin boards, many cases, right? But when they log in, bulletin board saying, hey, anyone with binders or boxers issued by laundry, you must return those because this is, a women's prison. So we don't use boxers here. This is in Carswell. All of this in turn is just people generally being low-key harassed. Kara reports that there's a general buzz among everyone that they think something is happening this week. Everyone's remaining tight-lipped about it, but there's more staff. There's staff who appear to be there on the days they're not usually supposed to be there. Even staff who are usually plain clothes are in uniforms today. Everyone's around. They're taking extra plans to keep doors closed more often, to do counts, to make sure where is everyone at all times. They even did what she called an accidental fire drill, where everyone had to get rousted out for a minute. And they said, no, it's not actually a fire drill. Sorry, we're canceling it. It's presumed that this was an excuse to poke around in people's rooms to see what kind of possessions they have, clothing they have, etc. Just as a reminder, there is still an injunction from the same, I believe, Reagan-appointed judge, right? So this is the judge who, I'll link to all of this below, right? And I've sent all of this to Kara on the inside. But the judge basically issued a scathing rebuke of the BOP, saying your arguments have no merit. There's no reason to disrupt the lives of these people, to put them in places that will make them unsafe, and ordered them to stand down any changes. Ordered them to say, continue their medical care, continue their housing, do not fuck with this. And by the way, Kara did get her injection, so we can confirm medical care is still happening. But this is, make no mistake, this is my belief that this is how it will start. In terms of a constitutional crisis doesn't just happen on the front page of the New York Times, right? It's not like Trump is going to march out and be like, oh, I just decided I don't like the Department of Education because woke, and try to kill that with a pen. And then a judge will say, no, you can't do that. And he'll say, I'll do it anyway. Because again, that's a massive thing that will grab attention, and millions upon millions of Americans will feel direct impact from that. The way a constitutional crisis will start is going to be you choose the smallest, most marginalized, minimal group of people you can who you think no one is going to go to bat for. And when a judge says, you can't abuse them, you say, I'm going to do it anyway, make me. That's a constitutional crisis, no matter how small, right? The courts are a separate branch, and the legislature and the executive, they are different branches of government. And the remedy here is horrible, right? So let's say the executive branch orders the BOP to violate a federal judge. This is the federal judge's order. Well, the remedy for that, well, there's a few remedies for that I'm not going to talk about right now. But the first step remedy for that is the legislature issuing a censure, or more meaningfully, right, if you're just going to ignore federal rulings, the legislature should be issuing articles of impeachment. That's not going to happen Like it would if it was the Department of Education. It would be something huge, right? If you're destroying highways across the country, if you're disrupting business across the country. But they're going to do this first. They're going to choose the smallest, most marginalized groups. Look for things to happen with immigrant rights. Look for things which we're seeing, right? We're going to see something come to a court somewhere in the federal system over the behavior of ICE when they do something egregious. We're going to see, though, these selective, small violations of judicial rulings because they think you won't notice and they think the news won't cover it. You should be demanding your state representatives, all of your people, your Congress critters, your senators, you should be calling their offices saying, pay attention. This is how it starts. Any inch over the line of a constitutional crisis demands absolute thunderous rebuke. Doesn't matter if it's affecting people you've never personally met or you never will meet. It's still important. I'll try to put out updates. I'll put out updates here. I'll probably put more out on social media because I can't get away from my desk and record a video every time something happens that's small. But if it's something big, I'll try to get back to you here. I'll get back to you on, Mastodon and Blue Sky and so forth. But listen to the other. I'll link below. Link as many voices as I can. I'll add links to this. I'll probably signal Erin and a few other people. Maybe she'll do a video as well. Yeah, all eyes on Carswell right now and Seagoville. We're going to see, this will be the first in the test of whether this executive branch can outright defy federal orders from a court. Stay safe out there.